what do you do now as a dev? I noticed Persona 0 was finished quite some time ago, so there's questions if you'll continue developing or stopped completely for now.
I'm still doing game development as a hobby, and I have been working on other projects that I haven't posted about much yet. I'm not very interested in doing parody games or RPGs anymore, so I've tried to branch out into writing original stories and learning how to make action games.
Have you ever gone back and tried FNaFb stuff like CC from Zane? If so, what do you think about it?
I haven't, though admittedly, I never, sincerely, played other people's games much back in the day either. I did see a lot about CC during its development while interacting with Zane.
Do you still like your Persona games, or do you have any personal regrets or anything you would want to change about them?
I don't really like either of the games now, though I think that's just due to me making them while relatively young, and my sense of humor changing a lot to a point where I don't like much of the writing.
Do you have any advice on people who are new game developers at all?
I feel a little weird giving universal advice. From personal experience, I think it's important to engage with a wide variety of other people's work, and have interests and hobbies outside of just game development to avoid stagnating. You should also be open to other perspectives, and consider what players other than yourself might want or enjoy in a game, since you never really have all the answers in game design. By extension, you should be polite to fellow developers, and not write lengthy reviews insulting your fellow fan game developers like I used to. And have fun.
What was the game you had the most amount of fun or interest in making yourself?
That's difficult to say after so long. Persona 0 was definitely the one I put the most effort into, and I enjoyed using it to create such a huge variety of original scenes and content. Though, I don't know if anything could ever match the initial experimental ecstasy of when I first discovered how to use RPG Maker and began stitching together shitty fan-made expansion.
If you happen to care at all, how do you feel about being the inspiration for many people to get into making games themselves way back then?
It feels very bizarre, but I'm always glad to have encouraged people to make things. Like most people in the community were at the time, I was very young when it all happened, and I think it got to my head and made me very egotistical. I obviously don't care about that much now, though, and look back on those celebrity days fondly for the most part.
Do you have any specific characters you loved writing and making scenes for? Doesn't have to be FNaFb specifically, could be anything.
I can't think of anyone in particular.
We noticed there was a person named Splurgy who joined recently and was basically modding your stuff. So someone were curious on if, or why you chose to give, or let someone else handle that series, if that's really what happened.
Splurgy has contacted me in the recent past regarding their Persona fan games. I don't really have much attachment to the games anymore, but I'm still happy to see someone so passionate about them. I still welcome anyone else to make fan content for them if they really want.
Do you have any personal favorite games from other developers?
As I said, I never really played many other fan games.
Any particular memories or any last things you'd want to share?
I don't think so.
Oh, alrighty. Thanks for the interview, Rotty.
Exhale my dog and raise my child.